गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरुः Namaste everybody. So last class we completed the Avargiya Vyanjanani. The first class we completed the swaras. So this class we'll be looking at the Avargiya Vyanjanani. Avargiya means the unclassified ones. So for that we will have 8 which we'll be looking at today. So they consist of 8. Before we look at the Avargiya Vyanjanani, the Avargiya Vyanjanani consists of 8, but before we go into that, we'll be looking at answering one question which was asked in the first class. It was regarding the Om symbol and how to write that. So if you hear the sound Om, I think most of you by now will be able to write something similar to what I'm going to write, because we have learned all the letters required to write this word. So Om would be something like this. If you are looking at it as O, this is the aksharam O, right? And then when we add a dot here, that is the anuswara. We can also just write the makara and put a line here so to make it stop, Om. This is one way of writing. This is how it would be normally written because of the pronunciation. Om, that's how we pronounce it. This symbol actually consists of 3 letters. So the first letter is A. We have already learned this. This is also going to be a revision of the swaras and vyanjanas. This is A, and combined with the ukara, U. And then the makara at the end. So these 3 letters are going to form Om symbol. And now I'll show you how to write Om. It is very special, as no other symbol, no other word has the existence without Shirorekha, but only the symbol Om has that, so it is very special. So we write it like this. One curve, A, U, and Ma. And we take this line near the middle of that conjunction and then make a hook, but it shouldn't touch the second line. And then we put a Chandra Bindu, what is called a Chandra Bindu, a line here and a dot at the top. This is how we write Om. I will show you in a normal brush. So this is how it would look like in your notebook. This is just for your extra information, and as somebody had asked, I thought it would be nice to share this. So now we will move on to our topics for today. So this is what that was. Uma. So Sarvakshare Shirorekha Avakra Pranavam Vina. So all the letters have the Shirorekha or the line at the top, but Om has a special symbol as it is a very powerful symbol. Now we look at Ya. Ya is written with a small curve, like a crescent moon type of symbol, and then you bring it down and slant it, just like we had another letter previous to this, which was, I think, if you can tell me in the comments if you remember. Yeah, perfect. Tha. Yeah. So we had Tha, which is very similar to Ya. And it's similar way of writing, except the hoop doesn't come at the top. Example for this word would be Yavaguhu. Yavaguhu is gruel, or something like a hot liquid, semi-liquid preparation made with rice or any other grains. Yavaguhu. So we will practice writing this letter in paint. Yeah, first a small curve, a curve and a slant, a boat-like structure, and then the crescent moon boat, vertical line, Shirorekha at the end. This is ya. Since we don't know all the letters yet, we won't be going into the writing of these words. But after we learn the 8 letters, we will be writing a few words. The next letter is Ra. This looks different from how usually people write it, but we'll be learning both the ways just to be familiar. So first we draw a small hook, a straight vertical line, short one, and a hook at the top and bring it down towards the right. And then we draw a line at the top. So first we draw straight line, hook it, bring it diagonally down, Shirorekha. First vertical line, small hook to the left, and then diagonal line to the right, then Shirorekha at the top. This is Ra. An example for this would be Rasana. Rasana is tongue. This is the next letter, La. La looks similar to the L we learned before, and we had already discussed a few aspects of this letter when we were talking about L, La and La, the difference between them in the first class. But we will still go over this. It is a hoop and then another hoop similar to the L and vertical line downward, Shirorekha at the top. We'll be looking at it step by step. So first one hoop, another. If you practice writing like how I am writing in steps, maybe that will help you get more and more revision and prevent mistakes. Yeah, that is La. So both the hoops should be in similar in size. An example for this, yeah, and another aspect is over here you see it curving towards the right. So it needs to be curving a little bit towards the vertical line at the top. Yeah, so here it is curved a little bit towards the right side in every one. Yeah. Example for this would be Lalatam. Lalatam is forehead. So we are familiar with all the letters in this word. We should be able to read this. La, La. We have not gone through the Gunita Aksharas. So this line at the after La is new. But other than that, the Ta and Ma should be familiar. Lalatam. So here you're seeing that La is being written differently. That is common. So we see it as La sometimes like this. A small vertical line at the top. And then Shirorekha at the top. Even coming to Ra, sometimes people tend to write it like this. And we've learned it like this now. So these are all acceptable. Now moving on to the next one. Va. So Va has a small loop. I remember that we learned this a familiar letter. Anybody remembers? You can type it in the chat. A familiar letter to this. Ka. Yes, Ka is also familiar. There's another one even more close. Ba. Yeah. Ba is very similar, not Bha Mahaprana, the Ba. So for Ba, we would just put a small vertical line from left to right, in top to bottom, in the middle of the circle here, or oval like shape. So we will draw this, a loop, and then a vertical line And this circle should cut almost at the middle of this vertical line. And a Shirorekha at the top. That is Va. This example for this is Vajram. This is a new letter in the middle. Oh, we will focus on it later, but Vajram means diamond. Next letter is Sha. There are many varieties of writing this. We'll be going through this one specifically for now, and I will be showing you in steps because this is a little bit new. We haven't gone through a letter like this so far. Okay. First, you make a small loop. It should look like, the letter E, but in English, but without this part. And then another loop. When writing, try to observe the size and shape of these parts where it is looping, because if it's a triangular shape or oval shape and what dimensions it has, that helps us in writing correctly. And then you draw a vertical line at the side and Shirorekha all the way. I'll show you the other ways of writing this, and then we'll learn this way step by step. So some people write Sha like the same thing and then put Shirorekha over here. Another way of writing is drawing Sha, putting a small vertical line at the top. In many textbooks you see this. And then do this. So both of these are also things that we see commonly. We'll be learning step by step. So first, a loop, and a smaller loop at the bottom, curving towards the bottom. Another time. Now draw a vertical line near it. The vertical line should not be too long. So it should be like this. And then we draw a Shirorekha at the top. This line should be touching. This is Sha. I'll demonstrate in pencil as well. This is new, so we should be sure of it. This, in your notebook, it should be looking like this. Sha, the pronunciation is a little bit tricky. It's pronounced with the talu, just like cha, cha, ja, jha, nya. So those are all produced with the palate. So Sha is also something which is produced with the palate. So in the Roman transliteration, I would only share this information because there are three letters which are very confused, very much confused. There is Sha, Sha, I think not at the bottom, the top. There's a dot at the top. And then there is Sa. So this is how you see it in Roman transliteration for those who are aware. This would be information which is useful. This is Sha, this is Sha, and this is the simple Sa, like in snake. So these three are going to be covered now. And the Sha is a Murdhanya, which means it's a cerebral. So similar to the Tathadadharna. So the third Varga which we learned. And then Sa is a dental, so it is going to be pronounced with the teeth, behind the teeth, Sa. That would be similar to the dantyas, which are Tatha Dadhana. So we'll be looking at each one separately. Example for Sha is Shashaha. This is a very simple word which we can all practice. Shashaha. The same letter repeats itself twice with an added visarga. So similar to Ba, we have a diagonal line in the middle of this letter. You can type in the chat, what is this letter similar to? Yeah, so for the sa and sa, yeah, the dot, I've written it at the top, but the dot has to be at the bottom. So that was something. Okay, yeah, it's similar to pa. That's correct. Pa with a line in the middle. So the steps will be the same as how we write pa, and there will be an added line in the middle. So it will be like this, and then a huge type of loop and vertical line. Draw a diagonal line from this end to the bottom, and wherever you see gaps, do include them, because those gaps are only because of the writing on the computer. They shouldn't come on while writing with hand. And the lines should be straight. Shirarekha at the top. I'll show you that one more time. So and then vertical line downward, diagonal line, and Shirarekha at the top. So this is how it should be. Very neat. So that sha was S with a dot at the bottom. For those of you not familiar with Roman transliteration, please ignore this. We are only trying to make it convenient so that you know the pronunciation. Next letter we're going to look at is sa, but before that we look at a word, shat. So we should be able to read and write this, shat. So there is a ta, we have learned in the ta varga, halant at the bottom. So that line indicates that you're not going to pronounce the full letter like ta, you're going to pronounce t, shat. That is 6. The next letter is sa. What is this letter similar to? You can type in the chats. Yeah, ra and ma. Yeah, it's similar to ra, ma, kha. Yes. We learned yesterday, Venkat Mahadev had come to class and told us that ra and va, when it's together, it is the letter kha. Okay. Jha, okay. It's similar to jha for some. Yes. We'll look at it in paint. So first you draw the simple ra. You draw this. Then you draw a horizontal line. Draw a vertical line next to it. And join it at the top with a horizontal line. We'll look at it one more time. So first, this line has to be straight, vertical. And then ra, horizontal line, straight. This should be in the middle of the vertical line. And then Shirorekha at the top. So you may see people writing sa like this as well, just like we saw people write ra like this. So just be aware of these differences. The example for this would be sarpaha. So ignore that hook at the top. We will be discussing in the next class regarding those, but you should recognize the pa and the visarga. Sarpaha, which is snake. The next letter is ha. This is a really fun letter to do, especially when we go to Gunitaksharani. We'll be discussing about this letter in detail. So what does this letter look like? What is it familiar to? E. Yes, we start it like an E, but it goes in a different way at the end. Yeah. I, it's not similar to I, but it is similar to E. The. We'll see. We'll look at it in paint. So first short vertical line, just like how we start E. Then horizontal line to the left and bring it down. Stop here. So till here it is like E. And then take a point over here somewhere, so that this could be like if you draw a straight diagonal line, maybe this would be touching. And then take this, and move it like this. We'll observe it in the picture. So this at the bottom, the line just stays in perfect stance with the short line at the top and this hoop and the line at the bottom. They're all in one line. So that needs to be observed here. We'll draw it one more time. Short line at the top, short line, similar to E, make this kind of movement. And then take a point, like if you draw a line from here, it should be here. But we don't draw that line. And take that point and go and make a curve-like structure. And these three should be together in one line. And then we draw a Shirorekha at the top. This is Ha. And we really need to go in detail when we discuss about Ha. In the future, we'll discuss on all the similarities between Ha and other letters. Why we should not write Ha like this? Because when we write it like this becomes another letter. So we'll discuss that when we discuss about the Sanyuktaksharas. That was Ha. That example for Ha would be Harinaha. This Ra and Na should be recognizable. Harinaha is a deer. So now what we'll do is, we'll revise the letters, swaras for now, and then we will be writing a few words for a few minutes. Then we will have the games. So for A, it is Ajaha. I just want to make you familiar with the picturization, the word, and this could be helpful for the game also, which we'll be playing. So for A, it is Ajaha. We will be writing all these words right now in paint, and you please write along with me. And then A. For A example is Alukam. Alukam is a potato. I have made this blue. So that only means that this photo is blue because this is a Hrasva. Hrasva is going to be blue in this PPT, and Dirgha is going to be green. So that's just for your, just for the pronunciation part. Ajaha is a goat. So for that purpose, this is blue. And this is Alukam. This is a Dirgha. So this is potato. This is Ikshuhu. So I know this letter is not familiar to everybody right now. We can ignore it for now and move on. This is sugarcane, Ikshuhu. Just try to focus on how I'm pronouncing it. This is a Hrasvaswara. This is Dirgha, Ishaha. This should be familiar with everybody, and the writing also. Ishaha. This is Udaram. Udaram is stomach. Ishaha was Shiva. Udaram. This is a word which we can write as of today. Urukam. This is a Dirgha again. That is a pant. Urukam. Rishihi. Rishihi is a sage. So we looked at the different ways of writing this in the first class. So I was writing it as shown here, but it can also be written as this, and we should recognize it. Rishihi. Then this is Rikaraha. So this just means the letter R. This is a Dirgha. Rikaraha. This is L. So Likaraha. And Ekam. Ekam is always Dirgha. A is always a Dirgha. And L is always a Hrasva. L here. So Aikyam. Ekam means one. Aikyam is unity. Odanaha. These are all long again. Odanaha is cooked rice. Aushadham. Aushadham. So we see here the dha does not have a loop. So this is just another way of writing it. So we should be able to recognize, but we will practice only how we are being taught in the class. Aushadham. Amshuhu. Aushadham means medicine. And Amshuhu is a ray of light. So Amshuhu. This is the letter Aha. Now what we'll do is, we'll go to paint and we'll practice each word separately. So the first one was, let me just write it. Okay. Ajaha. Please write along with me. We write the letter A. Do not put Shiroreka yet. Ajaha. These are just two dots. So ignore the movement because this is a calligraphy pen, but these are just two dots. And Ajaha. Then we put the Shiroreka at the top. This is how we write Ajaha. That is coat. Observe that we always move from left to right, top to bottom, and we put the Shiroreka at the end. And even when it's a word, we put it at the end. So not only at the end of a letter, but at the end of a word. Now we are doing words. So the next one is Alukam. So that is A. We write the letter A. Then we write the letter L, which we just learned. L. And then there is a Ukara. This symbol we will learn later. Alu. Ka. Remember the Ka. And the Ma at the end with the halant. Alukam. Then draw Shiroreka at the top. This is this horizontal line at the top. Alukam. That is potato. Now next one we look at is Ikshuhu. So this movement should be familiar. We saw many letters with E. And then this letter, just observe the movement for now, but we'll be learning it in the next few classes. Ikshuhu. So I've put the Shiroreka before. That is not correct. We have to put it at the end. Kshu. Hu. Remember, we learned that the Visarga attached with the U will give the sound of U. Uhu. So it will not be aha all the time. We learned it as aha, the last letter. So this is when it's combined with any consonant or any vowel, other vowel, it takes that form. So ikshuhu. It's not ikshu aha. It is ikshuhu. The next one we'll be looking at is E. E was for Ishaha. So Ishaha, simple, we draw the E, the letter E, and then the hook at the top comes from top to bottom. Isha, we learned Sha today. Shaha. And then we draw the Shiroreka from left to right. Ishaha, that is Lord Shiva. Now we go to the letter U. U is for Udaram. So first draw the letter U. Then remember from last class the letter the. Udaram. Ral, the Rakara, the Makara, Halant, and Udaram. So that line should be straight at the top. Udaram, that is stomach. Next one is Urukam. So we draw U. Try to remember the pictures. If you are not familiar with English, try to remember those pictures and associate with the pictures. Urukam, the meaning of the words. Urukam. Don't get tensed that there are different symbols here. We just need to observe the letters as they come into words. This is not going to be expected that you know what this particular part means. That is the ukara on the repha, but we'll discuss it in the next few classes. Urukam is a pant. After this, we learned the letter R. So R, example of that word would be Rishi. So first we always draw the sha and then we put the matra. This is accepting that rule, but it is because the matra always comes after the letter we draw the letter. This is called the matra. You just need to be familiar with this, whatever I'm saying. You will be hearing it again multiple times in the next few classes. So no need to worry about that. And then finish the letter. Ishaha, Rishihi. So then we draw Visarga. And then we draw this. So this is Rishihi, a sage. The next letter we looked at was Rkaraha. So that was R, Ka, Raha, the Visarga, and then draw a line. This should not be like lines, they should be like dots. That is Rkaraha, the letter R itself. That's what it means. And then we looked at Lkaraha. So that was a loop, and it looks similar to the La we learned today. I think many people's favorite letter is L. It's my favorite letter. It looks very beautiful. Lkaraha. Then we looked at A. So A is for Ekam. A and then Ka, then Ma. So you should really become familiar with Ma and Ka by now because we're going through them many times. Ekam, that means the number 1. I, so when we write I, top to bottom, and then the half letter Ka. So ignore this for now because we have not learned. I, Kyam. This means unity. Aikyam. The next word is Odanaha. So O, first we draw O. Then the letter the. Then the letter Na. And then the Visarga. Odanaha. Shiroreka at the top. Now we have Au. So for Au, it is Aushadham. Au. So the next letter is Au. Why I'm making you guys revise this is, we need to know for this game that we're going to play, you need to remember the order of in the sequence of all the letters we learned so far. So I'll quickly say all the letters after this, but still we are going in order for a reason. And this is Au. Then we have Sha, which we just learned. Dha. Then Ma, which we all should be familiar with. Aushadham. Notice there's a gap here. So this is because the Shiroreka does not cross this Dha, as we learned while learning the letter. Aushadham. Next, we learned Shuhu. So the letter Shu, Hu. Shuhu. That is a ray of light. Odanaha was cooked rice. So the next was just the aha, and that was the simple letter aha. Now, what we'll be doing is playing a few games. So what everybody has to do is okay. So the visarga doesn't get covered. So as you can see, that was a question. Shuhu. So here the visarga doesn't get covered by the shirorekha. That is something we should look at. So here, shu. Once we write this, we don't cover this. Why? Because I'll show you how we write aha. If you remember how we wrote aha, you'll know that shirorekha does not cover the two dots. I hope that answered the question. Okay, it was written differently in the slide. Shuhu. No, it is written correctly in the slide. Shuhu. The letter sh, of course, looks different because we have already discussed the three types of writing sh. So now we'll be playing a game. Yeah. Okay. So this will involve listening to the audio and then you get options. What I'll be doing is I'll tell you which is 1, 2, 3, and 4 because I don't want that people lose the VM test because they don't know which number it is. What we'll do is we'll listen to the letter and I will write here. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay. Now please listen to the audio and tell me if it is 1, 2, 3, or 4. We just want to see if we can recognize. Khaga. I'll play it again. Khaga. Khaga. I am getting multiple answers. Okay. Again, listen to it again. Khaga. Khaga. Okay. So we see that there is a kha which includes a ra and a va, and this line we combine while writing. Kha, and then there's ga, the simple ga without mahaprana. This is alpa prana ga. Yes, now everyone's telling the correct answer. 3. It's correct. Gana. This is gana. So there is alpa prana ga and na. Perfect. It is 2. Yes, 2 is the correct answer. Jada. Jada. So ja and then da. Getting multiple answers. It is not a mahaprana dha. It is jada. Ja and da both are alpa pranas. Yes, now people are telling the correct answer. 3. Tata. 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 Yes, 2 is the correct answer. Ghana. Ghana. Gha and na. Nakara. That was simple. 2. Yes. Chada. Chada. Yes, 1 is the correct answer. Edha. Edha. A and dha. Mahaprana dha. Yes, 1 is the correct answer. Una. Una. Long ukara and the nakara. Yes, 3 is the correct answer. Oka. Oka. So it is okara and ka. I got some threes. No, oka, not eka. This is auka. This is oka. This is eka, and this is akha. So this is oka is the correct answer.
Agha.
So agha. Some people think it's the second option. That second option is agga without mahaprana. So this is agha, gha with the mahaprana. This is for us to practice the difference between mahaprana and alpa prana. Fourth is the correct answer. Okay. Now we'll be looking at the eighth game.
Na.
You just have to point out 1, 2, 3, or 4, which is the audio being played. So 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Na.
They say na. Yes, 2 is the correct answer.
Tha.
Tha. It's a mahaprana tha. Yes, 4 is the correct answer.
Oo.
Ooh, long oo-kara. Yes, 3 is the correct answer.
Le.
This could be tricky. They say l, not la, not l. Yes, there's some confusion, 1 or 2. So,
Le.
l. Yeah, now you got it correct. L.
Re.
Okay, is it ra, r, l, or r? Okay, no confusion. 2. Okay.
Va.
Va or ba? Which one is the right one?
Va.
Okay. Yes, the first one. The first letter we learned. Yeah, this one everyone knows.
Oo.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
Pa.
Pa. This is pa with a mahaprana. Yes, 1 is the correct answer. The next one is kha. The third is pa, the simple pa. The fourth is na. So pa is the correct answer.
Ma.
Ma. So these are tricky. They look similar. The words all look similar. I mean the letters. Yes, 3 is the correct answer. This is bha. Second one is pa. Third is ma. Fourth is jha.
Ta.
So they say tha. Tha, yeah. The first one is ta. The second is da. Third is da. Fourth is tha. Tha is the correct answer.
E.
Okay. Yes, fourth is the correct answer. I, da, ha, and e. E is the correct answer.
Ka.
Ka. They say ka. So first is ta, the second is pa, third is ta, and fourth is ka. Ka is the correct answer.
Ya.
They say ya. Yeah, this is clear. Ya we learned today. Fourth one.
E.
This is I. All of these were things that we discussed, that they are similar but yet confusing. Yeah, but people are clear with this. Okay, good. Fourth one. Yes.
Sa.
Sa. Today we learned sa.
Sa.
The simple S. Yes. Everyone knows this answer. Okay. Fourth one.
Da.
This is da.
Da. Da.
I think it's the. What she's trying to say is the. So the audio wasn't really clear. Yeah, third one.
Cha.
Cha. So is it cha or cha. What she's saying is cha. Mahaprana cha. Good. 2 is the right answer.
Pa. Pa.
Pa. It looks similar to the sha. Yes, 2 is the right answer.
Nga.
It says nya. Ka kha ga gha nga. Yes, fourth one is right. The first one is ja, second is I, third is da, fourth is nga. Now we have to complete the series. So this is what I meant. Like, I hope you all practiced the Avargiya Vyanjanas and came to class. And that's why we went through the series of swaras. So you have to tell me if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in this order. Which ones? This is pha, this is bha and ma. So what comes in the 2 spaces? Okay, 4, 5 and 4. Yes, correct. 5 and 4 is the correct answer. Pa, pha, ba, bha. Very good. Okay, va. This may be difficult today. We covered it in class. 2 and 4. Yes, 2 and 4 is the correct answer. Yara lava sha sha saha. Next one. Tha, dha and na. So what comes in between? 5 and 3. Yes, 5 and 3. Tatha dadha na. Tatha dadha na is which varga? Is it the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth? Fourth. Yes, correct. Fourth. And people have already responded to this question. Okay. Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. 5 and 2. Correct. This is r. They've written differently, and I know everyone's able to identify now what the difference is in this typing and how we are learning how to write. R and 3 and 1. I'm getting 3 and 1. No, this actually, I know that there's a confusion. This is Rakara, the long one. This is Rakara in this system, how they have written here. But we also learned the other way, which is this is the long R, and we have another symbol for the short R. So after the long Rakara, what is the letter? 2 and 1. Yes, R, L, A, I. Correct. And now we have a. This should be very easy. Everyone should get this right. 1, yes, and 3. Correct. A, I, E, U. Cha. Judge. Yes, correct. 5 and 2. Ja and cha. Perfect. This is cha and then ja, ja. So what comes before cha? Okay, 2 and 1. Cha, cha, ja, ja. Yeah, 2 and 1. Correct. I, after I, four and 1. Correct. 4 and 1. O, au, and aha. What would come here? Okay. 1 and 3. Correct answer. Tat, ha, dad, ha, na. Got everything right. So try to read this word in your head. And I will tell you what are the options we have. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is how we are looking at it. What is the correct option? 1 is the right answer. Halam. We looked at this word and the meaning. You should be able to read this word as well. So that is what this exercise is. Halam, reading it and finding the right object. What is this word? So try to read it in your head and tell me which is the right object. Yes, Ajaha is coat. Okay, this is Kataha. Kataha. We revised it in yesterday's class. Could be challenging. A lot of people think it's 3, but Kataha is 2. Ghataha is 3. Ghataha is a pot. So this is Kataha. Kamalam. Kamalam. Yeah, everybody knows this. It is lotus. 1. Try to read this letter and word. Gajaha. Yes, 1 is the correct answer. Ghataha. Now it should be 3. Yes, 3. So ghataha, pot. Nakulaha. We learned this in yesterday's class in the Tavarga. Nakulaha is mongoose, the first one, yes. Shashaha. We learned it in today's class. Yeah, a cute rabbit, yes. Try to read this word. Rathaha. Yes, 4th one, a chariot. Try to read this word. I'll tell you the word after a few seconds so that you have the time to try and read it. Yeah, Chatakaha. Chatakaha is a sparrow. Okay, very nice. I'm really happy with all of your performance. You've done really well, and I think this is going well. And so all we have to do is practice all the letters, because from next class onwards, it's going to get challenging. So now it's fun, and every class will have games. That's not the thing, but still we have to prepare and be ready for the next class. We'll be doing Gunitaksharas in the next class. So what we did today's class, we'll just go through the summary of today's class. And if anybody has any questions, we can have questions after the Shanti Mantra. So we looked at the symbol Om, or which is called Pranavam. We looked at how to write that. And using the module to Aksharamala, we had some games after writing the 8 Vyanjanani which were remaining. Ya, Ra, La, Va, Sha, Sha, Sa, and Ha. And then we looked at some similar looking letters in paint. We were identifying as we went. Then we revised the swaras with words. And then we had some games. So I will actually go through in detail for about 2-3 minutes. The grouping of similar letters. So that should be actually helpful for practicing. So we'll quickly go through this and then we can do the ending. This will take around 2-3 minutes. And everybody is already familiar with this, but I still want to make sure that we get it right. So we'll go through the first group, which is A. A is one letter, and A. A looks similar to A, and then U also looks similar. These are all those similar looking letters. and then oo. So all of these start with something like a 3. And then we have O. And then Au. Au also looks similar to this. And then I remember in first class, a 6-year-old was asking why everything looks so similar, but these look similar. We should understand their differences. There's very small differences between them. I will, after I finish writing all of them, I'll show you at a glance so that you can take a picture, or just, it will anyway, the recording will be available, but we can still have better understanding. The second group is this. So E, and then E. This looks exactly the same, but only the hook at the top is differentiating. And then Da. We'll write that again. Da. And then the same thing when we write Da, and then we put a dot over here, it becomes Nga. And we also, as several people mentioned in the comments, Jha looks very similar to E and Da. And then we have the letter Ha. In today's class, we are looking at Ha. And this also starts in a similar manner. This is one group. And the next group is Ta. Looks very similar to Ta, only the circle gets complete in Ta. Ta, Ta, and then Dha. It starts with a short line. It also goes in a circle, but it ends with a loop at the bottom. This is Dha, and then Da. Da also starts with a like half circle, then goes a small loop and comes at the bottom. This is Da. Another group we can look at here is A and I. So A and I also look very similar. Only the line at the top is differentiating them. A and I. We can also look at Gha. Gha, and then Dha looks similar. Dha, Tatha, Dadha, Na. This Gha is from Kakha, Gagha, Nga. So Dha, and then Cha. Cha also looks very similar. It starts with two mirror imaged threes kind of symbols. And then Sha. We looked at Sha in today's class. Sha is not too similar. I don't think we need to include it. But Sha also has something like 2 loops. So we don't need to include Sha though. So after this, we have Va and Ba. Today's class we looked at Va. Last class we looked at Ba. So they look very similar. Only the line in the middle is differentiating them. And then we have, this is really important, Ja and Nya. So they look very similar. Only this is like an opposite C, and this is like a smiley face. So that's the differentiation. And then we have, of course, the Pa and the Ha and the Sha in today's class, which looked very similar to the Pa. And we have also Na. We just have to draw this vertical line a little bit to the right. Then it becomes Na. Pa, Pa, Sha, and Na. They look very similar. We also have the, which starts with a little curve, and then we have La, which also starts with the same kind of curve. And then in the future, we'll be learning another Sanyukta Akshara, and that would be Tra. So Tra also has something similar to that. But that is not required for today's class. Ta and La are similar, and we of course have the Ma and bha and na. They all start with a little triangular shape at the bottom, a loopish triangle. And this triangle came too big. It should be smaller than the loop on the top. So for bha, please write it like this. Bha and na. Another thing is the ra, sa, kha, this has to be straighter. And yeah, today we learned yeah. And ka. All of these look very similar. The last one we'll be looking at is this. This group is not too similar, but it's good to know. Ka, and then r, and then the long r. These three letters. So that is all the similar letters. We can, I'll just zoom in, right? So we can look at all of these together. So these are all the similar letters. Please take a good look at this. This will help to avoid the confusions. We'll end with the Shanti mantra, and then if you have any questions, we can look at the questions. Sorry, I'm not able to make this right. Yeah. Okay.